Ready to take control of your finances? Discover the power of an emergency fund, your ticket to financial security. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the fundamental pillars of personal finance, the emergency fund. If you're new to managing your money or looking to strengthen your financial security, understanding why you need an emergency fund and how to start one is crucial. So buckle up and let's delve into Emergency Fund 101, why you need it and how to start today. So without any further delay, let's get started. What is an emergency fund? Let's start with the basics. An emergency fund is your financial safety net, a stash of cash set aside specifically for unforeseen expenses or emergencies. Unlike saving for a specific goal like a vacation or a new car, an emergency fund is there to cover you when life throws unexpected curveballs your way. Whether it's a sudden car repair, a medical expense, or a job loss, your emergency fund acts as a buffer to help you weather financial storms without resorting to high-interest debt. Why do you need an emergency fund? To underscore the importance of having an emergency fund, let's take a sobering look at the statistics. According to USA Today, the majority of Americans are burdened with significant credit card debt, and shockingly, a third of the population has less than $1,000 in savings. This precarious financial situation leaves many vulnerable to financial catastrophe when unexpected expenses arise. Personal anecdotes drive home the necessity of an emergency fund. Consider the story of someone whose car breaks down unexpectedly, or who faces a hefty medical bill. These are real-life situations where having an emergency fund can mean the difference between manageable inconvenience and financial disaster. How much should you have in an emergency fund? Now that we understand why an emergency fund is essential, let's talk numbers. Financial experts often recommend stashing away 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. However, the ideal amount can vary based on factors like your income, expenses, and individual circumstances. For instance, someone with a stable job and minimal financial obligations might lean towards the lower end of that range, while a homeowner with dependents may opt for a larger cushion. The key is to assess your own situation and determine how much you need to feel financially secure in the face of unexpected challenges. 3 steps to build your emergency fund. Now that you're sold on the importance of having an emergency fund, let's explore how to build one from scratch. Number 1, write out a budget. Begin by creating a detailed budget that outlines your monthly income and expenses. This process allows you to gain a clear understanding of where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back on non-essential spending. By tracking your expenses meticulously, you can uncover hidden costs and allocate more funds towards your emergency fund. Remember, every dollar saved brings you one step closer to financial security. Number 2, cut your costs. Armed with insights from your budget, it's time to trim unnecessary expenses and redirect those savings towards your emergency fund. Look for opportunities to negotiate lower bills, eliminate frivolous purchases, and adopt a more frugal lifestyle. Whether it's dining out less frequently, canceling unused subscriptions, or finding more affordable alternatives, every cost-cutting measure contributes to your financial resilience. Stay disciplined and prioritize your long-term financial well-being over short-term indulgences. Number 3, force your savings. To ensure consistent progress in building your emergency fund, automate your savings process. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your designated emergency fund account with each paycheck. By making saving a non-negotiable part of your financial routine, you remove the temptation to spend money earmarked for emergencies. Treat your emergency fund contributions as non-negotiable expenses, just like rent or utilities. Over time, these automated savings will accumulate, providing you with a robust financial safety net for whatever life throws your way. Where should you put your emergency fund? Now that you're diligently saving towards your emergency fund, it's essential to park those funds where they can grow safely and remain easily accessible when needed. Here are some options to consider. High-interest checking account. While traditional checking accounts may offer minimal interest rates, consider opening a high-interest checking account, particularly at a credit union. These accounts often provide higher yields on your deposits, allowing your emergency fund to grow gradually while remaining easily accessible for unexpected expenses. Savings account. Opting for a high-yield savings account with an online bank can be a wise choice for your emergency fund. These accounts typically offer higher interest rates compared to traditional brick-and-mortar banks, helping your savings grow at a faster pace while maintaining liquidity. Look for accounts with no minimum balance requirements or monthly fees to maximize your earnings. Investment account. Depending on your risk tolerance and investment goals, you may also consider allocating a portion of your emergency fund to low-risk investment vehicles such as bond funds or index funds. While these investments offer the potential for higher returns over the long term, they may not be as easily accessible as cash reserves. Be sure to weigh the potential risks and rewards before venturing into investment options for your emergency fund. What should you do? Once you've built your emergency fund, congratulations! You've successfully built your emergency fund. Now what? Here are some next steps to consider. Create a Liberty Fund. In addition to your emergency fund, consider building a separate Liberty Fund to cover larger expenses or prolonged periods of financial uncertainty, such as job loss or career transition. Invest. With your emergency fund in place, shift your focus towards long-term wealth building. Explore investment options like mutual funds, index funds, or exchange-traded funds, ETFs, with an eye towards minimizing fees and maximizing returns. What if your emergency fund falls short? Even with diligent saving, there may be instances where your emergency fund falls short of covering unexpected expenses. In such situations, it's essential to have a backup plan. Consider tapping into other sources of liquidity, such as high-yield savings accounts, investments, or low-interest lines of credit. Evaluate the urgency of the expense and explore alternative financing options if necessary, such as negotiating payment plans with creditors or seeking assistance from family and friends. Additionally, use the experience as a learning opportunity to reassess your savings goals and adjust your financial strategy accordingly. Remember, the goal of an emergency fund is to provide a buffer against unforeseen circumstances, but it's okay to seek alternative solutions when needed. In conclusion, building an emergency fund is a vital step towards achieving financial stability and peace of mind. By following the steps outlined in this guide and proactively preparing for the unexpected, you can safeguard yourself against life's financial curveballs and chart a course towards a more secure financial future. Remember, it's never too late to start building your emergency fund, so why not start today? If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more helpful content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay financially savvy.